The comic book and graphic novel industry is so wide, it's so expansive. There's so many different types of stories, and not enough of them get the credit that they deserve. They, I'm getting to these books need cartoons. I love Invincible, and we need to see more like that. So here's my pick for five graphic novels that deserve cartoons, animated shows. Let's get into it. So lopsided. I don't want to get that pink dog blanket in, but there we go. Okay, so at number one, we have Everything Dead and Dying. This is a zombie story like I've never seen before. This has so much emotion. It's almost all emotion. There's not a lot of action. There's, gory scenes. There's some violence, but it's mostly just an emotional story. It's about a farmer whose family dies in the zombie apocalypse, and I'm not going to spoil the twist with these zombies, but basically he's taking care of his zombie town and zombie family when people come and ruin everything. This is an emotional gut punch. I haven't finished it yet because I read off of Comixology, I think it is, or Global Comics, something like that, the app. And they only have the first four. Apparently the fifth one is either going to come out soon or it's already out. I'm not sure. But the first four are fantastic. I love them. And I'm hoping to read the fifth one as soon as it comes out or as soon as it's on the app. But this one is an amazing emotional story that I think everybody should read and anybody would love. So this one definitely needs an animated adaptation. I just confirmed it is Global Comics, one of the apps that I read on. Sorry if the dog hair on my mic. Sorry if the quality of the last clip was bad. I didn't realize my mic died in the middle of it, so I got my second one. So hopefully it's better. The next comic I want to talk about is the Full of Head comic series, Refrigerator Full of Heads, Baskets Full of Head. I believe the Basket Full of Head is the first one. Both are fantastic. It's obviously the same story, just continuation. But to keep this one simple, it's more so an action sort of suspense mystery thriller story. But they have 5 different weapons and things from Norse mythology that this rich dude comes across, and he collects them. Some thieves want to come for this reason. The main weapon that's talked about is the axe of Thor. I believe the axe of Thor is Jormungandr, or however you say it, or whatever it's called. Once it cuts your head off, it can cut through anything, and your head is still alive. So this lady is walking around with a basket full of heads of people that she's killed, and it's a very, very gory, very comedic, very action-packed, and just great story. And I think that this would be one that can get at least 2 or 3 seasons, depending on how they play it. And I think it'd be very popular. It would be really fun. Definitely a 180 from the last one I talked about. Sorry if you hear noise. My dog is playing right next to me. But I definitely think you should check this out. It's really fun. It's really quick read. I read in less than an hour. Read both of them. Going on to number 3, I would think that Kill or Be Killed. I'm surprised that one isn't already knocked my thing off. I'm surprised Kill or Be Killed hasn't been adapted already. It's extremely popular in the comic book community, but not many people on the outside know it. But this one's also a 180 from Basket Full of Heads. This one is more so a mystery suspense thriller, disturbing in different ways, not like the most disturbing, but it's pretty disturbing. And it's definitely a really interesting read. It's definitely kind of a mind bender, mind twist. But long story short, a kid or a teenager or young adult gets depressed, and he tries to himself, but he doesn't succeed. A god or a spirit or demon, whatever, comes to him and says, "You're gonna live, but you have to kill a bad person every 30 days, or else you will die." At first, he wasn't sure if he wanted to, but he decided, I do still want to live. And he does kill bad people. But then as he keeps going, he's like, is this real? Am I tweaking? Did I even get visited by a demon? is if I don't kill someone, do I die? What if I'm doing this for no reason? What if I'm just a serial killer and I'm not doing anything? I'm just hurting people. I'm not even saving myself. It definitely mixes a lot of psychological themes where he starts to hallucinate a little bit, or he thinks he hallucinates. There's some family lineage stuff that happens, and but we don't even really know what's going on as you read it. So it's definitely a psychological thriller mystery sort of thing that I think would be a very good adaptation. I would say maybe Netflix would like this one, but it's also is giving sort of Death Note, like American Death Note, and I loved it. It's definitely a kind of a mental twist kind of thing. It makes you think a little bit about what you're reading. You kind of once you get into the middle of it, you start thinking about what you've read before in the story. It's really I wouldn't say it's fun, but it was definitely an enjoyable read. It's definitely one of the best I've ever read. And yeah, I think if you haven't read it, you should read it. Now, this is one I have not heard a single other person talk about. It's The Madness. It's a AWA Comics, definitely a smaller brand, but this one is definitely a short read. This would just be a one season show, but a person with superpowers. She's a thief, and she's been stealing for years, but she finally has started a family. But her and her husband are like, we need more money, so she's like, I'm gonna do this one really big heist, and then we're gonna retire. Retire. But if you don't want spoilers, skip a couple seconds. I don't know. I don't know how to do time spots, so just skip 10 seconds. But the government sends some people to kill her family. Spoiler alert, done. Uh, but as revenge, she kind of starts tweaking out and goes on a bloody revenge streak to kill all the superheroes that were involved with what they did to her. And it's definitely a really sad, really emotional. They do add some psychological elements to it. She has like an alternate personality that she hid away that she had when she was a kid. It's a really quick, really sad, but really action packed revenge thriller that I think everyone should read. Again, it's a really short read. I read this in like 30 minutes. It's only like 5 or 6 issues where you don't lose anything from reading this. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, you should also read it. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite comics out there. I almost think of this like an American Baki, but it's the Luther Strode series. It's about a kid he's all wimpish. You know, he's a nice guy. He's a funny guy, but he's scrawny. He's a nerd. He's lame, and he gets bullied. So he's like, I'm tired of being bullied. I'm just sick of it. So he orders a book online that he finds that's about getting stronger, but he doesn't know that this is kind of a cursed book. Like, you will get stronger. He gets fucking buff. He gets ripped as hell, but he also gets like these killing instincts. And it turns out this is a historical thing. All kinds of figures throughout history read this book, and people that you never know about. It's basically a book for assassins. And you become part of this group of people once you read this book. And then people start coming to him like, you're going to have to do what you got to do since you read this book now, or we're going to come at you, and we're going to come at you hard. Giggity. That's what she said. All the jokes. And we're going to come at your family. Weird. But yeah, it's definitely one of the most graphic books out there. It definitely hits you in places you don't think it will. It goes ways that you don't think it will. It takes a lot of twists, and it's a really good story, really action packed, really funny. It's one of my favorites. I got the compendium. I just tried to go find it, but I don't know where it is. But yeah, this would be a good like 4 chapter, 3 or 4 season series. That I think it would just be a really enjoyable one that I think it deserves to be seen by a lot of people. But yeah, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed. Look up all these comics; they're all really good. Hope you enjoyed it, had fun in my video, and come back, subscribe. I'm telling you to subscribe. It's not an option. Subscribe and give us a like. Read Luther Strode. Do yourself a favor. But Love you guys. Thanks if you got it this far. Have a good day.